welcome back to my vanity. We're going to put a little makeup on before we move to the office. So let's get the hair out of the way. And let's put the silicone on. There we go. It is very chilly this morning. Let me fix my bow. There. Very chilly this morning. It's only like 55 degrees. It was hot yesterday. I went hiking and it was like in the 80s. Actually, let me shrink you. Shrunk that one. And move you. There. That's better. Now we can have a more personal conversation. Hello, Soulful Vibes. Welcome. Just putting on a little makeup real quick. I've seen a few things popping up on the scanner this morning. One of which I was chatting about last week. BIAF. I believe it's a biostock. So we're going to check that out in a little bit. Hello to Logan and MN and AJ. We are just getting started for the day. I did just take my dog for a walk, but I still feel half asleep. So, trying to wake up a little bit. I do have some hot water for some tea I'm going to get together shortly. Let's do a little more lotion. And happy St. Patrick's Day. Is anybody doing anything fun today? Is everybody working? What do you have going on? I think I was debating whether I was going to do the live stream this evening. And I think I'm still going to do it because it's relatively early. But I'm going to meet up with my friend and her parents later for a little celebration. They're Irish. I am not. Flores is just working. Well, you better be wearing something green anyways. Otherwise you might get pinched. You know, there's those people that like to pinch. So, I feel like I have something in my eye now. Where was I? Oh yeah, let's groom the eyebrows briefly. And then we will do yeah. And I have to say that it was so nice not really having a lot of bugs over the winter here in Florida, but they are back and with a vengeance, I would say. When we went hiking yesterday, there were so many freaking mosquitoes. I think that might be the one and only hike I do this year. I should have gone when it was a little cooler. Because bugs are attracted to me, and as are submissive men, as we all know. And they like to eat me alive. Not the men, the bugs. Obviously. Just a reminder to keep your comments respectful, or you will be timed out and or removed from the channel. Up to you. Good morning, Tyrell and Alfredo. The rest of you can suck it. Oh my gosh, we already have over 100 people in that. Well, I was just hoping we were going to have the regulars until I got my makeup on and settled in, but okay. The rest of you are just going to sit there and watch this for a minute anyways. Anybody else doing anything fun for St. Patty's Day, or did you celebrate over the weekend? What are you doing with yourselves? Oh, Caesar is tuning in from Texas. Where in Texas are you from? Fad is asking if I surf. What made you ask that question? Okay, CREG and XPON, XPON are popping up on my scanner right now. I'm not in front of my computer, so I can't look them up for you. But when we migrate to the other room, that's what we will do. Right now I'm gonna just put a little war paint on, as I like to say. And then we're gonna blend it in. I look like a surfer chick. Oh, really? I don't really think I look like a surfer chick, but I did surf when I was in California pretty often. I did have a pretty bad surfing accident though, at one point. I got tumbled by a wave and the board hit me in the head and I had to get a bunch of stitches. So after that, I do not surf by myself. And there's also, you know, I'm in Florida now. Some people surf here. I just feel like it's so hard to find a decent day to surf because, you know, there's not much in the way of waves around here. And then when there are waves, it's very choppy and windy. So I don't think it's great surfing conditions. But, you know, some people do. Some people do surf here. But there's also a lot more creatures in the ocean here than there were in California. One of which is bull sharks, which can be very territorial and aggressive. And I think I recently saw the largest great white shark ever spotted was in this area last summer, I believe. So that's not very comforting either. I'm not really trying to hang out with a shark, especially not that big. But that's what I've heard. The bull sharks can be a little scary. Although I have surfed in Australia too. So I sucked it up when it comes to my fear of sharks. I did not get attacked by a shark there, thankfully. But that's the main reason I don't surf here. I do swim. I go to the pool and I swim every week. I do miss the exercise that you get from surfing. It is very good cardio. And then of course we have tons of jellyfish and Portuguese men of war. I used to date this one very attractive fireman who was into surfing here. And he said there was one time where he, I guess, ran into a school of baby jellyfish and had little stings all over his body. So that kind of turned me off from surfing as well. But that's where we're at. Okay, let me just hide a few people here. Soulful Vibe says he doesn't even get in the water. Remind me where you're from. Good morning, Ryan. He says, good morning, gal. I don't think I've been called a gal for quite some time, but I'll take it. And no, this is not a crack pipe. It is just an eyelash curler. Don't get too excited. Okay, it's a little early for crack. Actually, it's really never a good time for that, I would say. I wouldn't know. I've never tried it, but I still wouldn't recommend it. Oops. Good morning, Eastern. Let me just put this on here and then we're almost done and we will move into the office. I am out of my, what was it, honey chai something or other tea. Turmeric. I love that stuff. I'm gonna get some more. So we're down to the honey lavender tea today. That's what we're having. And by we, I mean me. You're gonna watch while I drink it. What is this? Peach. Smells good. Okay. Now we're going to briefly groom the hair. But yeah, so the hike was okay yesterday. There was a place that I usually go. Ow. Ow. That is currently closed for some reason or another. So I was kind of disappointed at that. And one of the reasons I like to go there is because it gets a nice little breeze, so it keeps the bugs away, and it's got nice scenery. So the place we went was not as nice scenery, and lots of bugs, like I mentioned. So, Giga. I cannot say my other social media platforms here, but all my links are in my bio if you want to go check any of that out. I do have lots of pole dancing on that platform because I've had that platform for a long time. I think my account is like, it's at least 17 or 18 years old. That's crazy to think about. But that's the truth. Let me just grab a little of this. I need a little spray. Okay. Yeah, we just needed a little something. Okay, I'm gonna just put the hair back up for right now for a second, and then we'll take it down when we get into the other room. It is 8:43. We've got about 45 minutes before the market opens, but you know I like to do trades before the market opens anyways. Do I need anything else? No, I'm good. Okay, here we go, traveling to the office. Stopping by. I think hopefully it's still hot. I'm also forgetting my water. There's my water cup. And once we get settled, we'll address your comments. Water. Marty wants to know if I'm married. I am not. I am not. Okay. Water. Oh, I forgot my socks and my shoes. Oh, I also need my watch. Okay, there's one shoe. If I were me, where would I put my other shoe? Where's my other shoe? Okay, so I have one shoe. It's not going to help me unless I can find the other shoe. Here's some socks. Mo, what'd you do with my shoe? Look at him. He just looks like he stole something over there. Okay, here's a different pair of shoes. What the fuck? Where is it? I don't know where my other shoe is. Maybe it's in the office. Aha! There it is. I've located the second shoe. Yeah. Okay, let's fire up the computers. And put you down. Yes, I need to grab my watch and my tea, and then we shall commence the day trading. Let's expand. So I want to talk. I'm still setting everything up here, but we got to talk about this one stock from yesterday, WNW. Does anybody in the chat trade? Did you see this thing yesterday? It was a giant Christmas tree, which I would say is not usually a good thing. I guess it could be, but we're going to talk about that one in a minute. This morning, I'm mostly watching and it is down quite a bit this morning. I'm not gonna lie, I did do a nice little overnight trade on it, actually. Made about 20%. But this thing was insane yesterday, and we're gonna talk about it. Usually these slouch socks are a little bit too thick. That's what she said. For Florida. But oh my god, my back. It's a cold day. It's only like 55 degrees outside. So they're actually kind of nice. And even if it is cold as it is outside, it's still pretty warm in here. Okay, let me go grab my watch and my tea. Okay, here we go. Let's see. That is too hot. I just burned my mouth. Let's put the watch on. Is it snowing here? No, I don't believe it generally snows in Florida. ACZ says good morning. Ugh. Raphael says it's 17 degrees in New York. That sounds disgusting. And Theone is confessing his love for me, even though we just met. All right, let me log in. The computer's still thinking. It's a slow thinker. 39 degrees in Southern California. Yuck. 38 in Connecticut. Okay, you guys are making me feel better about 59. I actually do like it when it's cool like this. I like the 50s and 60s. I used to hate cold weather, but it gets a little too hot here in Florida, so. All right, let me put shoes on. Oh. Okay. And we'll get some music going here too. Why is there hair on my shoe? I hear my dog lurking in the background. That's a very weird comment, and I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to read it. Okay, WNW is popping up right now. Now, that is a Chinese stock, and, you know, it's risky. Like I said, I did an overnight trade on it, and I made about 20%. I got in at the bottom of the Christmas tree at $1.96, and then I did wake up at 4 a.m. and got out of the trade. Hold on. Excuse me. Okay. That's better. Let's put it up on the scanner here. Not scanner, the chart. Oh yes, and I'm gonna play some music. There. Also, I'll grab something else right here. There. Okay. Now I am, oh yeah, I was gonna pull up BIAF. I'm gonna watch that. BIAF. And this is a nice lively song. That'll help wake me up a little bit. I also need a charger. My charger's in the other room. Let's turn some lights on. There we go. BIF, and then we'll see what else pops up in the scanner. Okay. Let me get my iPad charger. One more thing. Alrighty. this one. All right, let's fire up the treadmill. Get the app going here. I don't need my schedule. Got in the folder. I want to see if I have my notes from last week on stocks, because I know I wrote the IF down somewhere. It's probably, you know what, it might be in this notebook actually. Let's see if it's in here. No. That's okay, we'll just have to go back and look at the levels again. Okay, so let me look at the chat real quick and then we're going to talk about that Chinese crap from yesterday. We're going to talk about it. We need to have a little chat about it. First, let me pull this up. Oh, you know what? I wasn't going to walk today because today is my run day and I don't want to overdo it with the walking. So maybe I'll just do... I don't want to overdo it. Do I want to walk? Today's a nice cool day for a run. It's going to be good. So I'll just walk a little bit. I don't want to overdo it. Going up. That looks so dark. And as you can see, I have the wheel and the dartboard out today. So just a reminder, if you want to do those, oh, damn, don't look at that. $5 super chat if you want to spin the wheel or participate in the dartboard. There we go. I think we're pretty much solidly ready now. Excellent. Okay, so we are going to talk about, oh yeah, I'm going to check the chat first. Let's see who we have here. What's the wheel? It is the wheel of death. No, there's various things on there. You can spin the wheel. It'll make more sense if you are into financial domination and BDSM, because I have things on there like CBT, SPH, and if you don't know what those are, I can't tell you. You have to go look it up. And then there's various tribute amounts on the wheel as well. So, and then also on the dartboard. So it is a $5 super chat if you want to have a little go. Jorge says XRP. Is that a stock or a crypto? What are you mentioning here? And why? Okay, just a reminder to keep your comments appropriate and respectful, or I'm just going to take away your ability to participate in the chat. Abraham says, my chat is full of simps. Why is that, do you think? Have you looked at my channel at all? Because I'll explain it to you. I'm a financial dominatrix. A lot of the chat are submissive men who worship me. So that is why. Yeah. Alfredo says, if your sub gives you money, do you say to him thanks or it's not needed? No, I don't say thank you. I don't say thank you. Because it was my money to begin with. John wants to know if my nose is natural or if it's a nose job. I do get asked this sometimes. This is my nose. I've never had anything done to my nose. Young man, it's not because I'm ungrateful. It's because I'm a financial dominatrix. You may not understand the dynamic, but then go look it up before you start calling me words that you don't really understand. 16-bit just fell in love. Thank you for that. So if we roll CBT, I think is what you meant, or SPH, do you send a video? No. I just give you instructions, or I make fun of your pencil. Slippy obviously was not paying attention because I just explained that. Just a reminder to keep your comments respectful, or you will be denied additional chatting. Oh, Security 848 is in the house. He is moderating for me. Thank you for that. I don't know if that says I am or lamb. It says you have pretty eyes. Thank you for that. Hold on, Abraham, before you go, let me just ban you so you can't come back in and voice your stupid opinion again. Good boy. Before I could even get to the second part, he says, can you just say my name? I see what you did there. That's very pathetic and sneaky. And you're not my regular good boy, so it's really sad that you have to put it in the username so I can say it to you. Very pathetic. Bo York says, I have never seen a nose like yours before. Okay, and? What's your point? Good morning to Adam. Slippy is amused. Andrew wants to know if he can be a good boy. Well, you have to work for it. You have to work for it. Squill says, can we keep CA to send? I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean. Bradley likes my hair. Good morning to Twilight. Bo York says that his point is that it is unique that my nostrils curl inwards. That's it, no hate. That's a very strange observation, and I don't think most people would even be looking at that. Squill, yes, I do have that. All my links are on my bio. I cannot say the names of any platforms here, or I will get in trouble. And I don't want to get in trouble. Captain says, what's the focus of your channel? Well, that's a rather lazy comment, because you could just go look at the channel instead of making me tell you what it's about. Do you need me to wipe your ass too? Just curious. Oh, Twilight is stepping with me. Slippy wants to know what the wheels in the background are for. So we have the Wheel of Death, as I like to call it. And, hello, Caesar. I see you. You can spin it. It is a $5 super chat. And there's various tribute amounts on there that you can choose. There's also a dartboard. There's different things on the wheel. As I mentioned before, a little SPH, a little CBT. If you don't know what those are, you're going to have to look it up. Josh just sent me a $5 tip on one of my platforms. Yes, Squill, you are the Josh. Is that for a wheel spin, or are you just tipping to be appreciative? For a spin, okay. And then I will probably stop the treadmill altogether at this point because I don't want to overdo it with my run later. We will pause. Squill has sent $5 for a wheel spin. So here we go. Are you ready? Let's see what happens. I'm going to give it a good spin. Could land anywhere. Oh, right on a task. You are about to be assigned a task. Are you ready? And you have to do it. You have to do it because I said so. I'm going to give you a relatively easy task, which is I want you to go lick your toilet seat. That's what I said. BAU is laughing. He says a task. Some people like tasks. And right now, Squill is going to go lick his toilet seat because I told him to. Are you going to do that for me? BAU, it's called financial domination. Go look it up. Squill, I want to know if you're going to do it or you're going to puss out. And then while you're doing that, I'm going to move my treadmill out of the way so we can put the stool there. There we go. Okay, BIAF is popping up, by the way. Let's see. Actually, let's change that. Move that. Angle you down. There you go. Yeah. Hold on, I want to see if he said he was going to do it or not. I stepped away for a second. He got real quiet, so I don't know if he's doing it or not. He might have pussed out. Well, I did call it the wheel of death, didn't I? I warned you. He wanted to spin. He wanted to go for a little spin. He's going to puss out and not do what I told him to. We'll see. Tokes is slaving at work. Keith says hello to the chat, but not to me, apparently. Okay, let's check out BIF. This is what I'm very interested in. Dexter I is saying, give me a spin. I don't know if you are making a lewd comment or if you actually want to spin the wheel, but it is a $5 super chat if you would actually like to spin the wheel. If you're not too scared, that is. You might be too scared. Scared of little SPH. Scared of little CBT. Tokes, my morning is going well, thank you. It's nice and cool here. How's your morning? He just came to the doorway, snorted, and walked away. Rude. How rude. Mr. Nick wants more tasks. Well, then you have to spin the wheel. That's the deal. Okay. let's look at BIF right now. This music's a little too loud for me. It's hovering right below VWAP right now. It's trying to break over VWAP, which is 230. So we'll see what happens. It's 9:06. The market opens in 24 minutes. Anything could happen. Mr. Nick wants to know, how do you spin the wheel? The wheel requires a super chat of $5. That's what you can do to spin the wheel. Security, you're doing a lovely job. Thank you for your help. Squill just sent me a lucky clover, but what I really want to know is, did you do your task or did you puss out? Did you do it? Okay, BIAF, I talked about this one, yeah, it was Friday. Hit a high of 273. I think I said the level was 274, so it doesn't get a whole lot closer than that. But I'm going to go back and see what the other levels are, because it was popping up again this morning, and I'm curious to see if it's going to break the 274 level. And then I also want to check out some other info about it. So I see a level, well, yeah, 277. The next level after the 274, 277-ish is 375. And then shortly above that is 411. So that's what I'm looking at for that one. Once it gets over VWAP, it's very close to getting over VWAP, but there are a lot of sellers stacked up on the level 2. So we'll see what happens with this one. After the 411 level, then we're looking at some pretty high levels, $6, $7. So we'll say 6 to 7. So those are the levels I'm looking at with BIAF. It doesn't have nearly as much volume as it did on Friday. I did see in the, I don't even know if I can say that platform on here, the trading platform that I'm on, in some of the chats, that there might be new news on it, but let's pull up the info page and see what it tells us. Lambo, I'm putting you in a time, oh, maybe security already got to you. I'm putting you in a timeout because your comment sounds a little inappropriate to me. So why don't you think about your actions and we'll consider to allow you back in the chat. Okay, so let's look up the info on BIAF. It is right now starting to get above VWAP, so that's a good thing. And then we're going to talk about WNW because I wanted to talk about this one. Insane move. All right, so BIAF is a 4.35 million shares float. It has 5% short float, which is, in my opinion, a little higher than I would like. Not crazy about that. Relative volume is 1.65, which is not great, but not terrible. Okay, so that's what it is here. This is why it's popping up today. It had some 7:45 a.m. news about a new case study. It says the company Biofinity Technologies CyPath Lung provides actionable results and helps patients avoid costly invasive procedures. So it had a little bit of good news this morning. I also want to know where this, oh yeah, this stock is headquartered in San Antonio, Texas. So thankfully it's not China or Israel, which would tell us that it could drop very suddenly. So it is a US stock, which is a good thing. So we'll see what happens with BIAF, especially at the open. I don't know if I like that. Like I said, that 5% short float is not great. It's not ideal, really. Move this. Yeah, maybe no. This stupid leg is in my way. That's the problem. How do I fix it? Okay, let's talk about WNW. Because this, I did not trade it during the day yesterday because I was out hiking, as you might know. Talked about it a little bit earlier. But this thing was pretty crazy. So this stock, it really started, let me see. Hold on. It did start in pre-market, but once the market opened, it really started going. So the move started at like 196, and this thing, within a couple hours, went all the way up to $13.52. $2 to $13.52. So what is that, a 7x almost? And then it went from $13.52 all the way down, back down to the bottom, and then some. It went all the way down to like 191, 187. So it went even below where the move started. So this is what we call Christmas tree. It was green all the way up, and then it was red all the way down. So that thing really got, so I mean, you know, if you got out in time, you could have made some good profit. If you shorted it from the top, you could have made some good profit, but pretty crazy. If you bought it at the top and did not sell, then you probably blew up your whole account, I would say. Not good. Yeah, WNW was pretty crazy. And then, so I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why, but I did buy it in after hours yesterday at 196, and it was popping up at 4 a.m. and I sold it to be on the safe side because you never know how it's gonna go, and especially it's a Chinese stock. I sold it at, I want to say 247 and 270. So I guess my profit was more than 20%. I don't know. It was 4 a.m. I was half asleep. I don't remember exactly what the percentage was then, but I did sell it. I think it was 244, 247 or something like that. And then 270. It went up to, maybe that's not quite right. I'd have to go back and check my history. But it went up to 286, 294 this morning, almost up to $3. And then it went all the way back down. Now it's at 185. So will this thing do anything today? I don't know, but it's a very risky stock. Very risky because it is Chinese and they like to do that. They like to do, this thing had a crazy drop, I think a few weeks ago. I want to see where it was. It was quite a while actually. Now that wait, is that what I'm looking at? No, it was bigger than that. Where's that other drop? Oh, there it is. This thing, wow. Based on what it says in the chart here, it went from $61 to $20 in one day, which is a 67% drop. That's a Chinese stock for you. That is a Chinese stock for you. Beta, I see you. I see you lurking. Don't think I don't. I'm watching you. Do I invest in oil? So a lot of people get this confused. I am a day trader. I do not invest at this time. The difference is if you are an investor, you're buying and holding it for a long period of time. I have something in my eye. If you are day trading, you're buying and selling it within a matter of minutes, hours, seconds. There it is. So that's what I do. I do not generally buy and hold. I try not to do overnight holds, but like I said, I did do one last night. But it turned out well in my favor. So that is the difference. What is the dartboard? Squill. The dartboard requires another super chat, $5. And I have balls. I don't actually have balls, okay? Before you start getting crazy in the chat. I have Velcro balls. And I have little darts. And I stand on the treadmill and I throw it at the dartboard. And then the amounts on there are recommended tribute amounts. It's optional. You can send, you cannot send. But I will warn you that I said I was probably going to be very bad at the dartboard. But then when I threw it, the first throw, I hit the 100 right in the center. And then the next throw I did, I hit 60. So, and I've said this before, when it comes to hand-eye coordination activities, bowling, pool, whatever it is, I'm either really good or really bad. So anything could happen. I could miss, and then you don't send anything. But if I get a 60 or 100, then, you know. Twilight says, I must have brothers. I don't have any brothers. I was supposed to be the boy, and my parents were extremely disappointed that I was not a boy. I have 2 sisters. Yes, a super chat. Super chats are on. If you want your comment to get priority, then you can send it with a super chat and I will definitely see it. It will get my attention. Or you can send super chats for a wheel spin or a dart throw. Oh, me and mine says, Lord have mercy, this queen is gorgeous. Thank you for that kind compliment. It is 9:18 Eastern time. We are waiting for 9:30 and the stock market to open. See what happens. Good morning, Lil Duke. That's a cute name. Just a reminder to keep your comments respectful and appropriate, or you will either be put in timeout or removed from the channel altogether. I do have a moderator in the chat. He is watching you, as am I. BIF got rejected at VWAP. I'm not happy about that. Not happy at all. And nothing else is really popping up on the scanner. I don't have anything else on my charts to look at. Besides, I am still looking at W and W, mostly because it's kind of like a train wreck and I can't look away. But it also, you know, could have a crazy move. I mean, the thing went up to $13 yesterday. So I do think when the stock market opens, it is curling up a little bit right now. It was kind of just hovering at 186-ish, and now it's at 191. There's still a lot of sellers stacked up on level 2, so we'll see what happens with it. DT, I am in Florida. Where are you? Good morning, KOF. Oh, okay. Moore says he only gave me a thumbs up because I'm unbelievably beautiful. I guess what you're saying is that you don't like what I'm talking about. Just kidding with you. But for the rest of you, don't forget to like the stream if you're enjoying my banter and my witty sarcasm and insults. This is nothing new. Ah, Josh just sent another $5 for a spin. Do you want a spin or a dart throw this time? And I also want to know, maybe I missed your comment, but did you or did you not lick the toilet seat like I told you to? Fernando says, hello. I want to know if Josh licked his toilet seat as I told him to do. And I also want to know if he wants A wheel spin or a dart throw? He wants a spin. Did you lick the toilet seat or not? Answer me. A. Kim wants to know. He did lick the toilet seat. Okay. I don't have access to somewhere where you can send me a photo or video of you doing it, so I don't have proof. I'll have to take your word for it. Okay, Decisive Dev, this is not a Jesus channel, so take your preachings elsewhere, por favor. Okay, we're gonna do a wheel spin. Josh sent a $5 payment, so here we go. Wheel spin. I guess licking the toilet seat wasn't enough for him. He wants more. Okay. You landed on $40. You have the optional privilege of sending a $40 tribute. And yes, it is a privilege. Just a reminder, if you want me to see your comment, I am kind of moving around looking at things, but super chat comments do pop up a lot quicker and I will definitely see it. I want to, oh, we have 7 minutes until the market opens. I'm watching BIAF and WNW. TWN, and for all the other people in the chat who don't know where they are or what they're doing in life. My name is Goddess Fiore. I am a financial dominatrix. Most of the men in my chat are submissive men. Some of them serve me. And, you know, I do a lot of humiliation and other things that we both enjoy. So that's what you stumbled into. And now you know. Speed Racer says, has anyone ever told you that you have Emma Stone's lips? I have been told that like a million frickin' times. I don't quite know about that, but you are definitely not the only person who has said that. Who said hello? Hello, Maria. Pipstar is just laughing. Where am I from? I am currently in Florida, but I've lived many places. Marty is impressed with my pole dancing skills. He must have been lurking on one of my other platforms, or maybe, I think I've got a couple shorts. Not many, because they don't like it here. I can't post too much pole dancing. A lot of platforms, you know, don't like what I have to wear when I pole dance because I do need skin to stick to the pole. Just a reminder to keep your comments respectful. Thank you, Security. Security is on it. He's a good moderator. Do not tell me what to do. I get so annoyed. Oh, WNW. My goodness. Just had a big drop. What just happened? Holy crap. WNW just went from 187. It's dropping to like 123, 112. Holy F. If you're shorting that, you're making some money right now. I'm not. We have 5 minutes until the market opens. WNW. That's what happens with the China crap. Oh, Gus just sent me a clover. Very appropriate for St. Patty's Day. Thank you for that. Yeah. I'm wondering if WNW is going to have this big drop and then maybe go up at the open. I don't really know. I'm talking about stocks. The title of this live stream is Findom and Day Trading. So that's what we're talking about. Financial domination and day trading. That is the topic of conversation. This belongs. We do not talk about politics on this channel. Whoa, that is a big heart. That's cute. It's like a little snow globe heart. Thank you for that, Willie. That's cute. You sent me a little sticker. WNW is now below $1. It just dropped from 187 to under $1. That's a pretty crazy move. if you were shorting it, good for you. If you're not shorting it, then I feel very bad for you. If there was anybody holding that, I did not hold it. I made my money this morning and I got the hell out of that thing. I can tell you that. This is no surprise. This is a China stock for you. Nothing else is popping up on the scanner, so that tells me it's probably gonna be a slow freaking day as far as stocks go. I've been watching. I haven't seen anything. Mamatsi? I'm not sure how to say your name. I do. That all my links are on my profile. Josh has been sending me for wheel spins on there this morning. Robin is here and he is on his knees and he bows to me, as you all should be. Now it's at 90 cents. How low is this thing gonna freaking go? I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see that big drop coming, but like I said, it's China. Nothing surprises us. Excuse you. What? You had breakfast? You had a walk. If you need to go outside, there's a ramp right here. You can let yourself out, sir. He wants attention. Hold on. Mama Tio, yes, my initial tribute is $50 if you want direct interaction with me. It is, oh, it's Momat. Well, Momat, meet Mo. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh. Here's little Mo. I will be getting off the live stream. Ooh, now BIAF is pulling back, but that's no surprise because it's 2 minutes until the stock market opens. I'll be getting off the live stream at 10 a.m. in a half an hour. So if you want to send and we can have a conversation about that. But like I said, my initial tribute is $50 and that does not include endless interaction, just so you know. I am a financial dominatrix. This is a luxury kink. It is not cheap. So that is up to you. Just a reminder to keep your comments respectful or you will be put in timeout and or banned from the channel. I'm not going to read your comment, so Timmy is in the chat. Hello to you. Outlook wants to know what Findom is. It is financial domination. If you want more details than that, you can go look it up, or I have a whole video on it. Clayton says, amazing. Thank you for that. Oh, there's a hair on here. Ah, 20 seconds until the market opens. Let's see what happens. I'm watching BIAF and WNW. And I have Mr. Mo with me. The wheel of death behind me is a wheel that I can spin. There's various things on there. As I've mentioned many times, I am a financial dominatrix, so there's various tribute amounts. There are also various other items such as CBT, SPH, tasks, BIF is popping up. WNW keeps going down. That thing is crazy. Okay, let's see where BIF is going. The levels I have for BIF are pre-market was 254. So let's see if it breaks the pre-market high. I hope it does. And next level after that is 273. Uh-oh, it's pulling back now. BIF is just, or WNW just keeps going down. Okay, LNAI, this was popping up on after hours yesterday. I think it's, last time I saw it was under $1. So let's see where that one is. Ooh, BIAF is now at 240. So that one's kind of surging up a little bit. LNAI is also popping up. And of course, WNW just keeps going down. Incredible. All right, is BIAF going to break the pre-market high? That's what I want to know. There are a lot of sellers stacked up on level 2. LNAI is really surging too. That one looks pretty good right now. I didn't do levels for LNAI. Maybe I should real quick. But I'm also watching BIAF. I want to see if it sustains this move. And full disclosure, I am currently in BIAF at 236. So I am watching it very closely. I want to see if it's going to break that pre-market high. Let's see if it breaks 250 to start. That's a psychological level. UCAR just popped up on my scanner, UCAR. But I don't want to be distracted from what I'm watching. So if you're trading, you can go check it out and let me know. BIAF, yeah, I'm on the 1 minute chart. And I have this needy little dog just pawing me for attention. You know, you already got spooned this morning, just so you know. You already got spooned and you had lots of attention and cuddles. But it's never enough for you, is it? All right, BIAF is starting to have maybe a red candle. Let's see if it fixes itself. Level 2 is not looking so hot. I'm going to switch to 1 minute candle. Yeah, that's a pretty high volume red candle. Let's see what happens here. Marty says I need to put out more dancing videos. I have lots of dancing videos on the one platform that I can't say here. LGVN just popped up on my scanner, 10% squeeze. And I do feel very bad for anybody that's long in WNW right now. I'm moving off that page because it's such a train wreck. I just can't watch it right now. That is not a stock you want to hold. I can tell you that. All right, LGVN is at 96 cents. So you can see if it'll break $1. I don't know what the levels are. You are so needy, little dog. Let's see if BIAF is going to sustain this move or if it's going to start pulling back. It just had a little drop. What's it going to do? I don't like that it's pulling back. I feel like it should keep going. Okay, well, the 5 minute candle's still green and it's still above VWAP. I think it just kind of bounced off VWAP actually. LGVN or LNAI is still going. LGVN's kind of being weird. PHSE just popped up on my scanner. But BIAF has 10 seconds to close green and above VWAP, which it did. So that's a good sign. First 5 minute candle after open is a nice big green candle. I like it. Still going. Let's see if it breaks 250 this time. 248, 249, 250. There's 250. Can I get a 251? Ah, there we go. 257. It just broke through 250. Let's see if, oh yeah, and it did break the pre-market high. So now it's a high of 259. So next level, like I said, is 273. We're going to see if it breaks through that level. If it breaks through that level, then we could be looking at $3, $3.50, $3.75. So could get interesting. I'm up 9%. I would like more than that because I always want more. AIOS just popped up on the scanner. BIAF just had a very nice big green solid 1 minute candle and it is really going right now. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's see. I want to see if it breaks the 273 of the other day. 269 is the high right now. It's pulling back a little bit. It's got a 24 1,000 share seller, which it's eating through right now. 14,000. Oh, it's gone. So that seller, I think those shares just got eaten up, which is a good thing. 11 more seconds on this 1 minute candle, but that's a pretty high volume red candle. So we'll see if it keeps going here. 55 Drifter has a question. Just a reminder that if you want me to see your comments for sure, that comments with a super chat do get priority. I will definitely see those. I am a little busy right now because I do have a position open in this stock. I have a dog pawing me to get attention, as you can see. So everybody's demanding my attention right now. He just wants to get pet. RR says, just do the opposite of what I do and you'll make bank. Aw. Sounds like you need to take your own advice and maybe just start shorting stuff if you go along and you have trouble. Okay, can I get a break of 273, please? BIAF. Let's see it. Or should I just take profit? I'm up 10, 11%. I do like to make at least 20%. And I'm very curious to see if it breaks. But you know what they say, curiosity killed the cat. So, 270, 268, 269. I think it's about to bust through. I just have a gut feeling. We'll see. Either way, the 5 minute candle is very nice right now. So we're just going to see it. GETY just popped up on my scanner. 55 Drifter, what did I just say? I don't like you shouting at me in all caps. I said, if you want priority for your comments, you can always send a super chat with it. I do not like it when people demand my attention, unless you are a cute furry creature. That is the only time it is acceptable. And like I said, I'm in the middle of a freaking trade right now. All right, 270. Can we just break through 273, please? Kindly. That's what I want to see right now. 262. It's pulling back a little bit. We'll see with this next 5 minute candle. If it doesn't break through, then I will get out. That is my plan. It's almost time for breakfast. 19 seconds left on this 5 minute candle. So let's see what happens. 11 seconds. It is holding up rather nicely, I have to say. All right, next 5 minute candle is happening right now. It has started. So let's see what it holds for us. So handsome. You're such a handsome doggy. You wagging your tail? You're a happy boy. Yeah. Okay. It's just kind of hanging in there. Oh, maybe it's going up again. It looks like it's going up again. Are we going to have another green 5 minute candle? EDSA just popped up on my scanner. BIAF is the one I'm really watching right now. Let me go back to the 1 minute chart, see what these candles are looking like. There's a little decrease in the volume. I don't particularly love that, but it is still holding up. So I really want to see if it's going to break through 273, but maybe I'm pushing my luck a little bit. I do have a nice profit right now. Do I just take my profit and run? Or do I wait and see if it breaks? It's It's a tough decision. I'm going to give it another couple minutes. And if it doesn't do anything, I will exit. UCAR is looking decent. It's about to break $1. LGVN looks like it's stalled out. Looks pathetic. I'm not even looking at WNW anymore because it was so terrible. That thing is for the shorts. If you're short on it, you're making money. If not, you should have gotten out a long time ago. FMFC STAK just popped up on my squeeze scanner. So if you do day trade, you can always check those out and let me know if they look good. I'm stuck on BIAF currently. Waiting to see if it's going to break 273 and make me happy, or if we're just going to get out at 11% profit. We'll see. Good morning, Bulldog. Does that mean you're a Georgia Bulldog or you have a Bulldog? What does that mean? Hello? Oh, shoot, now it's coming down. Ah! All right, I think I'm going to get out because it looks like it's getting shorted to me. I don't want to risk it. I'm still up. What's going on here? Let me check out 5 minute. Sorry, I'm watching BIF very intensely right now. I'm trying to figure out what it's going to do. It's at 253, 254. I really wanted it to break 273, but you know what? Stocks don't always do what I want them to do. And such is life. I think I'm going to get out of it right now because I think it could drop and I want to keep. All right. I was just, I put the orders in on my phone because it's a little bit easier for me than the computer for whatever reason. So that's why I went black for a minute, but I just put a sell order for BIF at 256. So we'll see if it fills. I'd rather have a little profit than no profit, and definitely would rather have a little profit than a loss. Don't you agree? But I did sell all but 4 shares. There we go. My order just filled. So it is going up a little bit more now. So I only kept like 4 shares just to see if for some miracle it does break the 273 because I am curious. It is going up a little bit right now. But never complain about taking profit. That's what it's about. You don't always know what things you're going to do, and if it's looking like it's failing what you thought it was going to do, then it's better just to get out. This is a hard lesson I've learned about trading. And just a reminder that all super chats, probably this week, are going towards my 2 new phones that I will be getting this week to record more content. FMFC is still popping up on the scanner, or I should say popping up on the scanner again, because it popped up earlier. So I haven't looked at it, but that might be an interesting one to check out. I'm still watching BIAF. I'm watching, we still have 3.5 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. I want to see, oh yeah, it's looking now like it might break the 273. That's what I would really want to see. I mean, it's a little too late because I already sold the majority of my position, but I still have a very small position. You guys can relate to very small, right? Where is it? BIF. 14 seconds left on the 1-minute candle. 3 minutes left on the 5-minute candle. We want to see if this next 5-minute candle closes above 270, which is the high of the previous candle. But level 2 looks kind of eh. There's a lot of sellers stacked up, so I don't know what's going to happen. ACXP just popped up on my scanner, so you can always check that out if you want. Did UCAR get halted? Because it doesn't look like it's moving at all. Maybe it just died. It's dead. I don't see a halt thingy, but it's certainly not moving. Are we going to break this 273 or what? BIAF. God. Reese says I look amazing. Thank you for that. Hello to Melvin. Leal Achez says, hi goddess, I'm late. Obviously, you're very late. And for that, you will pay. Reese is talking to himself. Okay, I get, maybe UCAR was halted. I didn't see like a halt thing, but it's up to 120 now. So that one's doing pretty darn good. Once again, I am not an investor. I am a day trader. There is a difference. And I don't oh, RETOSTIM both popped up on my scanner. There's a big difference. I trade low float, generally small cap stocks is what I trade. I don't trade the big crap. It doesn't move fast enough for me. I like fast movers. That's my thing. UCAR is up to 127. That is a great trade. But I do not take two trades at once because then your attention gets distracted. I think UCAR might have just halted again. Is it halted? What's going on here? It does. Yeah, UCAR is halted. No surprise. This thing has gone from like 77 cents to $1.27. That's a pretty decent move. That would have been a good trade as well. But I've been focused on BIAF. BIAF. It doesn't roll off the tongue. Ooh, it just broke the 273. It's at 280 now. I think next level is probably going to be 3. And when I say 3, it could be like 291, 292, 295, 298. I only have 4 shares in it now since I sold most of my position because it was pulling back and I got a little nervous. I wanted to keep profit. So I could always get back in it, but I don't like buying when it's kind of surging up like this because that could be buying at the top and then you're in trouble. Constantine is in the house. He's just got some popcorn watching everything. And I'm watching BIAF. 285 now. I feel like an auctioneer. Tokes says it happens, yep, buy low. I personally also don't think buying low is a great strategy because I've done that before and you don't know how low it's going to go. So they call that catching a falling knife. When you buy something because you think it's going down and then it just keeps going down. So I find generally you want to buy something when it has upward momentum, and this is just my strategy. Everybody has their own strategy, and you should always stick with what works for you, not somebody else's strategies. Just because a strategy works for someone doesn't mean it's going to work for you. But the strategy that works best for me is buying something that's got increasing volume, increasing, how do I say this? Green candles. I'm also looking for specific chart patterns that could indicate that a stock is going up. Ooh, BIAF just had a little surge up. What was the high here? The high is now 290. Is it going to break 3? It could. It's getting there pretty close. It's at 291, 293. The next level I have is 375. So psychological level at $3. Next psychological level might be 325, 350. But 375 is the next level of resistance from what I saw. So we'll see what it does. It is surging up. It's now at 297. I do think it's going to break 3. It's making some big jumps up. Here we go. It just broke 303. The high is 304 now. I should have held my position, but I'm not going to say I should have done it, because what I did was take profit and be conservative. It could have gone down. So it would have been nice if I had held it a little bit longer, but I still do have a small position. And I want to see if it's going to go, I don't know if it'll go all the way up to 375. I would like to see 350. DEF2 is one to look at today. I don't know if that hasn't popped up on my scanners. I don't know if that falls into what I look for. The stocks I look for are low float. Ooh, I can't talk today. Low float, which is under 50 million shares. I prefer under 10 million shares. I prefer under 20 million, but parabolic moves generally happen with low float under 10 million shares. I like to see a gap up from the previous day of at least 10%. A gap up of 50% can turn parabolic. I like to see, ooh, now it's dropping, 287. Okay, I'm going to close my position now because it looks like it's going down. I'll be right back. Hold, please. Okay, I just put my sell order in. I think I put it at 290. So we'll see if it kind of bounces back up a little bit. Actually, I want to go a little higher. We're going to put a little higher. I just moved it. $3 exactly. So we'll see if it gets back up to $3. I have such a small position at this point. It doesn't really matter, honestly. Leo Lake says, I am too divine. Thank you for that. Yes, Timmy, I saw you in the chat. Beta Boy is still lurking. If you're in this, on this platform, you need to be sending, or you might be removed from the chat. So, you know what to do. You should be on your knees sending, but you're just lurking. Figure it out. I'm going to give you another minute to lurk, and then you will be removed. BIF just had a red 5-minute candle, which is not a good look. Really. Oh my gosh. UCAR is up to 150 now, 149. That's an insane move from 77 cents. I mean, I've seen bigger, but that's what she said. But that's still a fantastic move. It is halted again. It's probably just going to keep halting. And it gets risky when things start halting because it can always halt down and then you're screwed. So it is a little like gambling, in my opinion, when stocks start halting. Could go either way. But UCAR was, I would say, one of the best moves I've seen today. Of course, I haven't looked at some of the movers that I've been calling out because I've been so focused on BIAF. But UCAR is truly a lovely move. Let me pull it up on this chart here so I can see more detail. I don't think I would buy UCAR at this point because you could be buying at the top. Just saying. ORIS just popped up on my scanner. Josh just sent for another spin. He wants another spin. Holy F. UCAR has a, hold on a second, 4-hour candle. Whoa. Low of 43 cents at 149, a 248% move. That is lovely. We have Mr. Lucky checking in from England. What are we spinning for? Tribute amounts, various tasks. Josh, I might have looked away, but I did not see your tribute come through from the last spin. Are you just not going to send for that? Or, I mean, I'll still spin the wheel, but I'm just curious. Did you send the $40 tribute that you got on the last spin or not? I might have missed the notification because I've been staring at the stock chart. Hello to my mobile. Josh has gone. Poof. I mean, he spun a $40 tribute last time, and then he still came back and wants to do another spin. I just might have missed his notification, his payment for the tribute. That's what I'm asking. Mo is watching you guys, just so you know. He's watching your every move. He went hiking with me yesterday. He didn't last very long. He's an old man, so he doesn't last very long. He had to be put in the basket, or not the basket, the backpack pretty quickly after the start of the hike. But he still enjoyed it. Josh, I'm still waiting to hear from you. We'll give him a minute. Maybe it takes him a second to type with his fat fingers. I don't know if his fingers are fat. I'm just speculating. All right, Beta Boy, you are being removed from the chat because you have been lurking and not sending. Good day, sir. Bad Dog, welcome. You can lurk for a couple minutes. Nope, he chose not to. That's fine. Good day to him. Squill says, I did not send. Okay. Oh, God, that is foul. Stinky breath. Okay, but we will spin. My mobile says, I'm watching your videos. I am a big fan. Thank you for that. Josh, aka Squill, has sent for another wheel spin, so we're going to do that right now. I'm about to be closed out of my trade on BIAF. I have my, oops, nope, it's dropping down again. Okay, I'm going to adjust my trade here because I think the shorts are getting a hold of this stock right now. So if you are trading, I would suggest getting out of BIAF because these drops I'm seeing look like short turds. So I just closed my position. I have no position open now. It was only like a 10%, 10 or 11% profit or so, maybe a little bit more than that. But you know what? A 10% profit is better than a 50% loss. So here we go. Spin. Spin time. Sorry, Mo, you gotta go down. Going down. Yeah. Okay, here we go with the wheel spin for Mr. Josh. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? You landed on a $10 tribute. Optional tribute. Yes, BIF is pulling back in a big way. So you have the option and privilege of sending a $10 tribute. 55 Drifter. I'm not sure what your comment really means, but all my links are on my profile. So you can go check it out all by yourself. All by yourself. Liliches says, you are too kind to show up for us. Worthless. I think he's calling himself worthless. I'm not really sure. $55 Drifter, you are quite demanding without giving anything in return, which I don't like. You need to think about your actions and how to be a better submissive and more pleasing to your goddess rather than demanding. I don't like men who are needy. Good morning, Jonathan. Do not call me Sunshine. I don't think Sunshine is a good word to describe me anyways. Liliches says, your foot sweat is worth more than me. This is probably true. This is probably true. I got the scrunch socks on today. It is a little chilly here. So, yes. Okay, on that note, it is 10 o'clock and I'm getting hungry. It might be time to make breakfast. I would take you with me, but my kitchen's a little disheveled right now. Ben likes my attitude. Thank you for that. Oh, Christopher says, Happy Paddy's Day from Ireland. How appropriate to have an Irish fan in the chat on St. Patrick's Day. I love that. I wish I could hear your cute little Irish accent. Hello, mythological something or other. And Enrique, welcome. Lelich's is just quite taken with me. And Usob says, St. Pat's to all. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you all. Okay, so, and once again, just a reminder, if you are watching this live stream after it's been recorded, if you enjoyed this, you can always leave a super thanks in the comments. And if you're live, you can always leave a super chat to show appreciation and devotion. And let's see, I was debating whether I was going to live stream on the adult platforms this evening because I do have plans, but since my live stream schedule is a little earlier at 5 p.m. Eastern time, we are going to do it's going to be a Findom draining chat. Not so much probably a Femdom roleplay today because it is St. Patrick's Day, so I'm going to wear some green and have some kind of theme, but it's going to be more of like a drain than a roleplay necessarily. So that is the plan for this evening, 5 p.m. Eastern time, if you would like to join me back. And again, that is on the adult platforms where I can speak a little more freely. I can humiliate you more in the way that I like to and use language that I can't use on the PG platforms. Anton, I'm not a monkey. I don't know why you want me to count down. That's weird, but I'm good. I'm not going to do tasks for you to get money. That's not how this works. Not even for $100. Okay, so that is the plan, and then I'll be live tomorrow morning, of course, for day trading. Hopefully no later than 8:30. Hopefully a little earlier than that. Mr. Mobile says, I really want to join your Femdom or Findom live. I'm not quite sure what that means, but I think maybe you're going to join, so that's great. And then, yes. Otherwise, have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. Don't forget to like this live stream, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and you can always become a paid YouTube member to support the channel. BIF is, like I said, I wouldn't go in that one right now. It has like little drops going on right now. I think people are shorting it. And now UCAR is halted down. So it is what it is. Have a wonderful day. Bye.